You know who really resonates with our views and would perfectly encapsulate what we stand for? The Punisher. Let's put him on everything. Hey, you're not the Punisher. You're just a white supremacist who never read a comic.
So this is definitely an opportunity for us to just make fun of far right-wing extremists, but I also want to, have this opportunity to take a look at, how deep into the culture war they really are. They really think that they're fighting some type of battle for justice. I mean, the thousands of people who stormed the Capitol, they didn't just do that willy-nilly. They had a lot of fervor, a lot of motivation underneath them. They had a lot of patriotic energy inside of them, all directed towards Donald Trump, a game show host who made them feel a certain type of way, who gave them hope, who made them think that, all these colored people, the browning of America, and, all of our rights being taken away from us and given to everyone else, that's all going to come to an end. That's really what this is about. So again, they put the Punisher all over everything because in their minds, they're truly fighting for some type of vendetta that's patriotic, and it's all for freedom, and it's all for them. That's how they look at it.
I will say this only once. We are not the same. You took an oath to uphold the law. You helped the people. I gave all that up a long time ago. You don't do what I do. Nobody does. You need a role model? His name is Captain America, and I'm sure he'd be happy to have you.
But that's how extremists of any kind work, whether it be political extremists, religious extremists, any type of fundamentalists. It's them against the world. They see something that nobody else sees. That's how it always works. But this, unfortunately, has expanded into the mainstream. We see this on Fox News every single night. Literally, the largest news network in the United States, cable news network, Tucker Carlson, the most popular cable news anchor in the country. And what do they talk about? Him, Laura Ingraham, all of them. The Great Replacement. They, the Democrats, they want to let all these people through the borders, that they always happen to be those people in the southern borders. The people up north, those white people coming in. That's not as big of a deal, but because it's those brown people who are replacing us. That's all that's spouted. So again, if it wasn't mainstream, we wouldn't have had thousands of people storm the Capitol. Maybe a few here and there, but certainly not thousands. And certainly not a president who was encouraging chants of hang Mike Pence. I mean, we have people like Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert who continue to be some of the leading fundraisers in the Republican Party. But also, I want to circle back around to Lauren Boebert, who I'm sure all of you by now, since we're all really tuned into politics, have seen her rant or heard her rant about, I'm sick of all this separation of church and state mess. Screw that mess. F all that noise.
I'm tired of this separation of church and state junk that's not in the Constitution. It was in a stinking letter, and it means nothing like what they say it does.
But again, these people are actually in office, okay? And these people will continue to be elected because the base totally controls the Republican Party. And we know this. I mean, they're just now starting to have a little bit of breathing space for people like Ron DeSantis, but Donald Trump still is by far and away the most popular person in the party. And we know that he's not going to just let Ron, come and challenge him unopposed. Donald Trump will absolutely play dirtier than Ron DeSantis because Ron DeSantis is more polished than he is. So this is really going to be a hell of a presidential race on both sides. And also, we know that Joe Biden is incredibly unpopular. So we can expect to see, several challengers step to the plate for him as well. So this may be some of the rowdiest, most craziest elections that anybody in modern times has ever seen. Certainly Gen Z and certainly millennials. So we'll keep you posted here at the Young Turks.